This is the INOKIM Ox, a premium electric scooter built by one of the marquee names in the industry, yet is little known in North America. In this review, we're going to highlight the features that make this one of the most interesting and innovative scooters available today. This is Chuck with Electric Scooter Guide, the leading source of unbiased electric scooter reviews. Please support our channel by subscribing, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. This comprehensive review will cover performance, portability including a trunk test, how to lock up the scooter, ride quality, build quality including a drop test, safety features, customer service, overall pros and cons, and who should buy the scooter and who needs something else. Get out the popcorn, let's dig in. So before we start, I have to say that this scooter is just plain different than anything else out there. In fact, when I first got on it, I called Justin and told him that this was the highest quality scooter I'd ever ridden. I was so excited. It just feels so solid, like everything is working together in concert. So while we will still cover all the regular performance testing and that sort of thing, know that the real story here is beyond the specs, beyond the numbers, and in the feeling of security, stability, and overall ride comfort you actually feel when riding the Ox. The Ox also has some innovative and functional features. First, the basics. The INOKIM Ox was designed and built by INOKIM from the ground up. This is not a spare parts bin scooter. Pricing starts around $1,300 depending on configuration, but make sure to check the video description for an exclusive coupon code. The Ox has an overclocked, tested top speed of 28.2 miles per hour and a tested range of 21.1 miles on the 13 amp hour version. It has dual 10-inch pneumatic tires and drum and disc brakes. The Ox is powered by a single 800-watt motor, which pushes the scooter up to a very respectable 28.2 miles per hour. This is actually quite fast and faster than the top speed of the eMove Cruiser or the Widewheel Pro. However, what is very apparent is the nuanced acceleration curve. The Ox starts out well, like an ox, which is to say a bit slow in comparison to other scooters in the price range. It took 5.4 seconds to get to 15 miles per hour, which is on par with the 9bot Max. However, as your speed increases, so does the torque. So by the time you hit 15 miles per hour, the throttle is actually quite responsive and you'll feel the pull of acceleration taking you up to 20, 25, and ultimately 28 miles per hour. It is also important to note that the Ox is a kick to start scooter, meaning you need to get the scooter rolling a couple miles per hour before the thumb throttle will activate. We also found that if we decelerated to just a couple miles per hour, the scooter would not activate the throttle until we kicked to get the speed a bit higher. This is kind of annoying and unexpected. It took to our 200-foot 10% grade hill climb test in a similar sluggish fashion, starting off very slow, and by the time the Ox hit its stride, the test was over, taking 13.7 seconds to climb the hill. If the hill continued, we would have seen the Ox continue to speed up and have a more respectable score. We are testing the 13 amp hour variant of the Ox, which has a 749 watt hour battery and got 21.1 miles of range. If you step up to the 21 amp hour version, you'll have an increased battery with 1187 watt hours and should expect 33.4 miles of range. Braking performance was excellent, with a 15 mile per hour braking distance of just 11 feet. This is made possible by the front drum and rear disc brakes. While the Ox folds down into a package of 47 by 23 by 23 inches and weighs 57 pounds for the 13 amp hour version seen here and 62 pounds for the 21 amp hour version. All right, so when we pick up the scooter, what's nice about it is it's got this elongated stem. Because it locks in place, you're not having to pick the scooter up with the stem sideways. You actually get a full grip. So you pick it up, and even though it weighs 60 pounds, because this is my grip and I can actually get my fingers around it, I can take it up a flight of stairs. It's not light by any means. One flight is probably okay. More than that, I probably wouldn't want to do it. Make sure the dimensions work for you if you need to put the scooter under a seat on a train or bus. Folding and unfolding the scooter is a breeze since the stem does not retract and the handlebars do not fold. There is a well-designed thick rubber band that covers the folding lever for extra safety. Once you pull that off, simply pull down the lever and the hinge of the stem can then fold and lock into place over the rear tail fin. This is the ESG trunk test. We've got a Honda Accord here. We're gonna see if it fits. So obviously it's not gonna fit straight. So we'll see if we can skinny it in here. Oh boy, it did it. So it barely fit. All right, in order to lock up the scooter, there's really only one good place, I think, to lock it up, and that is in this frame right here. And so, if you have the scooter like this, you'll notice you can't really get a U-lock through here. So you do need to turn the tire just a little bit. Then you can place your lock like so. And then, you know, U-locks are the best. We use the New York Kryptonite, which we think is the best. You know, and there you go, just like that. The reason why I would not recommend locking it through the stem here, somebody could take off these bolts, you know, these screws right here, take off the handlebars, and then they could slip the scooter out of the U-lock. Ride quality is where the Ox really shines. The best way I can describe the ride quality is stable. When my fiance got on it, she immediately noticed a difference between this scooter and all the others I brought home to test. You just feel solid and stable on this scooter in a way that is hard to describe. Maybe it starts with the grips, which are made from some of the best materials I've felt on a scooter. The rubber is soft and a bit squishy, yet perfectly sized for riding. The Ox comes with a thumb throttle that is far superior ergonomically than the trigger throttles seen on numerous scooters. When you grip the handlebar, your thumb naturally wraps under, so it is already in the best position to hit the thumb pad. After feeling the perfectly placed thumb throttle, you'll notice your feet have plenty of room to maneuver on the spacious deck. Again, large decks are more comfortable and stable for riding at high speed. Now, there are some quirks to the deck I'd like to point out. First, there's no grip tape. So while the hard plastic feels well made and I don't really slip much on it in good conditions, if it gets wet, you will lose a bit of traction compared to decks with grip tape. This middle part is quite slick. What I wanted to do is see how it would work in the rain, and so what we're gonna do is just gonna put some water on the deck of the scooter, see how this goes. All right, so let's check this out. Yeah, but you definitely want to ride real gingerly in the rain because this deck is a bit slippery when it's wet. Also, at the front edge of the deck, you'll notice a cord sticking up. Now, since I ride Goofy Foot, that cord is not something I'm likely to step on, but it does make me cringe a little bit. So now you're firmly planted on the deck, ready to roll. You hit the accelerator and at that moment probably wish for a little more low-end power. But as your speed climbs, you'll notice the pull of acceleration gets more fierce, and by the time you get above 15 miles per hour, you're finally satisfied. Now you've got the power. The scooter feels stable in your hands, the grips, the ergonomic thumb throttle, and now you feel the road. The large 10-inch tires roll over obstacles that would otherwise cause problems for smaller tires. As they are pneumatic or air-filled, they act as natural damping for small bumps in the road. The cartridge-style suspension is one notch below the best suspensions we've tested. The suspension is a bit soft at first, soaking up the smaller bumps, but becomes firm under pressure, keeping you from bottoming out on larger bumps and at higher speed. And if you want a bit more suspension, you can actually adjust the suspension, increasing the travel. We have ours lowered, which we prefer for higher speed riding. Compared to the spring suspension on lower tier scooters, this feels extremely premium. When you're ready to brake, you'll wrap your hands around a rubberized pad on the dual brake levers and get precise braking action. Normally, I spend 20 to 30 minutes adjusting the brakes before I ride new scooters, but this model was perfectly tuned out of the box. What's more, after 100 miles on the odometer, I still hear absolutely no noise coming from the brakes. All of this makes you just feel good. It makes you feel like you're riding something premium. And as the sun fades and the lights of the city start to turn on, so do the lights on the Ox, automatically. without you having to do anything. And while the electric scooter industry is still nascent and the Ox not perfect, this feels like the first luxury scooter I've ridden. Overall, the Ox has fantastic build quality. We think it's up there with the best scooters we've tested. First, the stem and locking mechanism. The stem has an interesting oval design that gives the scooter a unique look, but is also functional. Elongating the stem in the direction that you push and pull on the handlebars creates additional strength and stiffness in the direction that you need it, and this contributes to the overall feeling of stability while riding. The locking mechanism is our favorite style and includes a thumb knob for easily adjusting the initial tension. When locked into place, the folding mechanism is stiff, though you might need to play with the tension in the thumb knob. After tightening properly, we still had a small amount of wobble in the stem. One of the most interesting features on the Ox is the single-sided swing arm. This gives the Ox a standout look and offers a few advantages over a traditional fork. For one, you can remove the inner tube and tire without having to remove the wheel from the scooter. This is usually the most painful part of changing a tire on any scooter and offers a slight weight advantage. The Ox is supremely quiet. Except for some minor motor whine which we get with all scooters, the rubber suspension doesn't make a peep. None of the joints creak and the brakes are also silent. We put the Ox through our ESG drop test, which is 3 repeated drops.
We have some scrapes and cosmetic damage, but nothing functional was broken. This passes the ESG drop test.
Though the Ox appears to be sealed up very well, it doesn't have an official IP rating. However, the official INOKIM website says that it is waterproof from falling rain, however one should avoid driving through water. The INOKIM Ox has every safety feature we look for. It ticks nearly all the boxes. Large pneumatic tires are great for all weather conditions and they grip the road better than the airless variety. The scooter also has dual brakes that stop very quickly in an emergency. There is even a bell on the left side handlebar for warning pedestrians and other micro-mobiles that you are approaching. There is also bright front and rear lights. However, curiously, the rear light is only on the right side, which is kind of a shame because in many countries, including Israel, where the scooter company is based, cars will be riding to the left of the scooter, so if I had to choose one side of the scooter for the brake to be on, it would actually be the left side. You'll want to pick up a clip-on rear red light for your helmet or backpack. Also, the front lights, while they make a beautiful cross pattern out in front of your front tire, are still mounted low, and we recommend getting an external handlebar mounted front light so that you can see more of the road and so cars can see you better. Find the one we use in the video description. INOKIM distributes their scooters through a variety of local dealers, and the quality of service will depend a lot on that dealer. We got ours from Urban Machina, a leading dealer in North America. We tested their customer service through an anonymous customer service inquiry and got a response in about 10 minutes. Through Urban Machina, the Ox has a 12-month warranty. The warranty covers motor, battery, and electronic components, but not wear and tear or water damage. Overall, the Ox is one of the first premium scooters we've tested and has numerous pros, including an extremely comfortable ride due to its thumb throttle, a spacious deck and smooth adjustable suspension. It also has precise braking, automatic lights, and an eye-pleasing, if not attention-grabbing design. The cons for the Ox include single-sided rear brake light, very sluggish low-end acceleration and no option for zero start acceleration, and a slight stem wobble. The Ox is a quality and super innovative scooter that is stylish, comfortable, and gives you a sense of confidence when riding. It has distinct features such as the single-sided swing arm, thumb throttle, and ultra quiet suspension. This scooter is for someone who is looking for a high quality, very functional scooter with distinctive looks. The Ox was designed and built from the ground up. It is not a scooter cobbled together from scooter part bins. It's refined and it feels incredibly well thought out and put together. The scooter is designed to have sluggish acceleration, which makes for a tame ride, but thrill-seeking scooter riders will be disappointed. And it is also not for someone who needs a light, portable scooter because this is a bit heavy to carry up multiple flights of stairs or fit into tight spaces. The value of this scooter is in its features, design, and build quality, and not necessarily performance. This scooter is not for those that compare stats on raw power and acceleration and then try to find the cheapest scooter in that criteria. It just doesn't live in that world. If you're interested in purchasing, please check out the link in the video description for the best place to purchase near you and a coupon code to save you some money. This is Chuck with Electric Scooter Guide, and I hope you enjoyed this review of the INOKIM Ox. Please support our channel by subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our weekly live show featuring the latest from the electric scooter industry. Until next time, ride safe and don't forget to wear your helmet. If you're looking for a little bit less expensive, long-range commuter that has a 24-month warranty, check out our recent review of the Apollo Explorer. And if you want to go down the rabbit hole of electric scooter reviews, check out our playlist below.